on your face, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just 2 a.m. where I am. I'm a bit psycho. Sorry.
Everybody, surprise! We're here. We weren't supposed to be, but yeah, but we are. GeekGasm here today, tomorrow, forever. Yeah, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Wait, I thought this was only like an hour show.
Yeah. No, I'm up tomorrow. I'm up nice and early tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. Me and Mr. Ransheimer and bringing you the breakfast buzz. Oh my God, we'll be up so early, 9:00. Man, we should record those shows at night and just put them up at 9, and where everyone's thinking like, oh my God, these guys are up. We're asleep, and we'll just like kind of guess which question people are asking.
No, people like us live.
People like us live, but they're. I wish they would listen. You can't always have what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need.
How's your little friend?
My little friend is a horrible thing. He hurts me right now. I'm sitting shirtless and all types of hurt pain. But that's why I'm not on camera tonight, because I'm shirtless and Lola's corner to marker on the boob game. Welcome everyone to Indie Vote GeekGasm. Sarah in the house. Hello.
Hey, Sarah.
Hello. She does gothic, right? She's got like all the gothic stuff. I used to one of my compliments to gothic people when I was younger was, man, I used to have a big crush on gothic girls. And I was like, man, she's so fucking goth, man. I bet she shits bats. And I was like, and I realized that it didn't sound like a compliment once I said it. But I mean, I used to have a thing for gothic girls, and it was weird. Yeah. Glad to see the show on live. Yeah, man, we're trying to be here for you. Pops fans, that's so glad to see you're okay, bro. Thank you, Pops. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's roll the intro and get into the show. Here we go. No one ever sees the innuendo in that opening. No one. Hello, everybody. My name is Varian Grant. I am the founder of Indie Vote Media LLC. Yeah, Indie Vote Media LLC. I started making comics way back in 2008, and now I am still making comics. I'm a comic book artist, writer, publisher, and now I'm a media magnet. Cat, media magnet. That's right. I run shit. Part of the deep state of comics, man. No, I mean, I'm a businessman. I'm making things connect. I'm doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a underground pencil art supply network. Okay, it's very, very discreet. You have to go to the secret site. I'm gonna ship you out the supplies you can't get anywhere else. Illegal supplies.
Max damage potential from it as well.
Who just turned up their volume? It was that son of yours, Cat. So welcome everyone. We got some nice guests with us today. As always, though, Lola, say hello to these fine people out there.
Hey, Jeffy.
Unmute me. There, I'm unmuted. Hey guys, it's me, Lola, your indie princess. And I'm trying to catch up on all the comments because no one's reading them. Kat's not doing her job. Kat, get on it.
I know. I'm fired.
You're fired.
Yes. Let me see here. Dorothy says, "Hey, I need a Spirit's Destiny pin up. We can make that. We can make that happen." Dorothy's. Rogue Archer says, "What up, though? What's up, Rogue?"
Hey.
Comics Ungated, Wolfpack, Edith Anderson, Rob. LOL to Rob. Goth Girls Make Me Drool, says Rob. And hello, Lola, says Sarah. Deep State Comics for life, yeah. And then we got guest Katrina. We're gonna go around. We're gonna go Katrina, then John Davis, and then let you guys introduce yourselves. And then we'll jump into some questions and we'll talk about your product. So we'll go Kat first. Go ahead, Kat.
All right. Hey, guys. I'm Katrina. I am an author and an editor. I run a Cat Scratch Press, which is, catscratchpress.com. It has pretty much all my stuff on it. There you go. And I'm really tired tonight, guys. Sorry. How about Drew? We'll go to Drew next.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, author of book series such as Superpowers, NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant, 5 Minute Sherlock, and Villain's Code, which the second one went to an editor today. So that's fun news I'm sharing. Relevant to this, I am the Dungeon Master for the Authors and Dragons podcast, which we have been doing for quite a while now.
Well, the authors and drag, that sounds pretty cool.
That sounds really cool.
I tried
is
to be
really cool.
I tried to be a DM one day, and I had all this like horrible stuff set up for everyone, and the players would just not cooperate. I think they realized I was trying to kill them.
We like to say Authors and Dragons is a realistic version of a D&D game because the players are terrible. So, it really feels like you're playing with friends at home. And in fact, the adventures have been going for so long, we've had plots and themes and etc. And I think Steve can probably speak more on that because he's taken the reins on turning some of our early adventures into a comic book. And of course, JLD, he and Steve are the two hand in hands that have made these pages happen so far.
Sarah says, "Oh, a dungeon master sounds sexy." There was a game. Yeah, depends on the dungeon. There was a game back on PS2. I forget the name of it. It slips my mind right now. It'll hit me tonight, like at 3:00, and I'll message everybody. But there was if you beat the game, you hit like a series of buttons. There was this clip in the credits where the characters are all sitting around a table and they're playing D&D. And the thing is like, I cast magic missile. You cast magic missile at the darkness? Yes. You can't cast magic missile at the dark. And are there any girls there? Yes, there are girls there. Okay.
I want a Mountain Dew.
Yeah. If there's any girls there, I want to do them.
That was from a game called the Summoner.
That's a Summoner, yeah. And I still have that game.
Me and my buddy Jake played the absolute dog shit out of that game.
I still have Summoner. It's in my bedroom. Maybe I have to play it now.
Hey Lola, Rob wants to know what's this week's fetish.
I don't have a fetish for you this week. If you're talking about my book, I don't have a fetish for you this week. I'm working on it though. Plus, I can't give away all the photos that I get done. Sorry.
Gotta leave a little to the imagination.
I'm gonna say
I do have 26 fetishes, but I can't show them all.
you can't show them all. I'm gonna say this. I had I don't know if it's a fetish, but I found something very disturbing, guys. And by the way, on GeekGasm, we're very loose. There's like really hardly any structure, and it's a kind of show that you probably don't want to tell your mother you're on. But I found out about a fetish, guys, and I'm not sure if it's a fetish. Rob, you know about fetishes and philias, and philias are the dangerous ones.
Mm-hmm.
But there are guys who are turned on by getting sexual relations from like the most bottom feeding girls, like Methany McMethod head, like in like Walmart parking lots. There's whole videos on like RedTube and shit about this, and X videos, and I don't know about it. And
on the box for my TV, it's like 120 hertz CMI panel.
Who's that? That's Cat Son. I should have known.
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
It's okay. No, I was like, I thought I was cutting somebody off, but yeah. Oops, sorry. There's this fetish, and I thought it was the weirdest thing, so I had to look it up, right? And I'm looking this up, and I'm like, wow, there's hundreds of videos. Rob says, that's not a fetish, it's a type, and low self-esteem. Red Robot says, hey everyone, and he says you should make every show sponsored by a fetish. Glenn,
this week's show will be spectrophilia.
Yeah, spectrophilia. Spectrophilia. Okay. Glenn says this week's fetish should be neck twins. And Rebel knows about where are the Cheetos. That's right. I'm gonna let you guys.
Right. We should get back to the intros.
Yeah. Introduce yourself after my nice intro for like Walmart parking lot meth whores. Go ahead.
That does sound more interesting. Should I go next?
Yeah, go ahead. It's your go.
Yeah, I'm Steve Wetherill. I'm author of The Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Press and some other indie titles. I appear on the Authors and Dragons podcast. It's my job to kind of ruin Drew's plans and make sure things go as awfully as possible, along with some other authors. So that's a good time. And I've been in charge of adapting the podcast into a comic book format, and it's sort of my first attempt at that, and it's been a real it's been an adventure. It's been good, yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm John Luther Davis. I draw the Authors and Dragons podcast, or the comic version. I also do all of their shingles covers, which if you want to talk about, bottom feeding meth wars, definitely check some of those out. I've been a tattooer for 20 years, and I decided to quit and just do this, and it's been a blast. Did you guys hear any of that?
Yeah.
I was on the show like 2 days ago. So my name is Johnny Segura. I am from the same town as John Davis. I met John whenever I was still tattooing before my carpal tunnel got too bad that I had to give it up. And I've been making indie books for the past, 10, 12 years, something like that. I currently have one on Kickstarter right now called The Fencer. You should go check it out. It's violence and boobs. It's good times. But so that's me.
So now we have a question.
Oh my god.
Which comic book character do you guys have a crush on or had a crush on?
She-Hulk, hands down.
We'll start with Kat and work our way around.
I honestly can't think of a single one. I fail.
Boo, Kat.
I know. I'm sure there's somewhere like geek cred that I just completely lost there, right?
What about you, Drew?
Oh man, I probably could give away a lot about myself on this one, but Lois Lane in most of the modern interpretations is like incredibly smart, headstrong, capable, and that just ticks so many boxes for me. Like every time she's just like, yeah, I won a Pulitzer and now I'm doing this, and fuck you if you try to stop me. And I'm like, yep, I've got a type.
Steve, what about you?
John beat me to it. She-Hulk, particularly kind of early 2000s She-Hulk, where she'd hit a stride, but she was getting into the Avengers mansion, but still going out and partying a lot. She was, she's clever, she's fun, she can put you through a war. What's not to like? Also, she's green.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. John, you're up next.
Oh, She-Hulk, same deal. Like, she's a lawyer, and she looks like she'd rough me up a little bit, and I like that. I don't know.
I do like her height.
Yeah, I'm a big guy, so I need a big girl.
I feel a bit shallow now after Drew went for the whole Pulitzer thing.
Yeah, could be worse. I'd probably say mine's Integra from Hellsing. I don't know if any of y'all have ever read Hellsing.
Oh, does the anime count?
Yeah, because there's different answers for anime.
Well, Hellsing Ultimate's pretty much a direct translation of the manga, so yeah,
I need to watch that. I did the first one like way back in college and loved it, but I haven't watched the new one.
Oh, dude, trust me. Like the original Hellsing series is trash compared to Ultimate.
Damn.
Because the manga wasn't done whenever they did the original one, so they just kind of like put their own ending to it, and it kind of sucked. But
it's so many anime endings suck that it just didn't even register to me.
Yeah, but the ending to Hellsing Ultimate is great.
Nice.
All right. Our friend Rebel Gaming always wanted to sleep with Magic or the Goblin Queen.
For me, it's Tifa or Psylocke.
Psylocke, good choice.
Oh well, see, I didn't know. I didn't know we could
both
throw
good
in video
choices.
game characters.
Oh,
I
okay,
thought we were
Mr.
just doing
Anime.
comics.
It was supposed to be just comics.
Oh, well, just comics. Okay, well,
But-
comics Psylocke. Psylocke's getting all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because if we're doing video games too, it 2B from Near Automata all day.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not a video game character, man. I'd be canceled.
All right. Glenn says Yvonne Craig Batgirl or Helen Slater's Billie Jean for his nerd crush.
Yvonne Craig was hot, and I don't think she ever got enough credit for how hot she was. Especially as Batgirl. I got her action figure. She was gorgeous, and I mean, she felt like that costume something fierce. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah.
Rob wants to know no Rogue or Jean Grey.
You can't do anything with Rogue.
Yeah, but that's where the fun comes in, man. That's when you start getting to like the Zentai suits and stuff like that. You start getting into like the rubber and the latex bondage and that kind of shit.
Yeah, you have to get really creative.
Yeah, that's having fun though.
Yeah, I mean, and Rob is upset that we've only chosen women. I don't think that I've ever thought a video game comic book guy was hot. I can see why women like Gambit. I can understand. He's a fuck boy. I get it. I get it. You know, he's the type of guy who stole my girlfriend in high school. I get it.
Well, you see, if you're going to that same aspect, then you can always say like Savage Dragon. You know, he's a handsome dude, and according to the comics, he's got a giant wang. So, like, you know, he's fit. You know, he's got that fin that I'm sure some fun stuff could happen with.
She says that Jay Garza says she was too much of a supermom. I recall what Evie said about Wonder Woman. Her books weren't something because she wasn't sexy enough. Yeah. See, you know what the problem? I'm gonna say this. I'm probably gonna catch all type of hell about it. But in high school, me and a friend were talking about it about chicks in comics that we thought were hot, and we left Wonder Woman off of both of our lists. And he asked me why, and I said, I respect her. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, I respect her. And so Wonder Woman has all my respect. I can't just look at her like a sexual object. I'm sorry. You did good, DC. You did good.
Well, see, for me, like I never really read DC growing up. Like I went from Marvel to manga.
Yeah. How about you, Kat? Any crush?
Well, I think I don't have the history with comics that you guys all do. I didn't start with comics until about, I don't know. It's been like the last 10 years or so, and I've done so many indies. That I'm trying to think through the ones that I've read. Was there anybody that really stood out? And I'm not thinking of anybody.
So check this out.
No offense to my indie people. I swear you guys are out there and they're awesome, but I'm brain blanking tonight.
My ex-girlfriend, who was a dead ringer for olive oil, I shit you guys not. Like, Lola seen pictures of her. She's like, where are her tits? I'm like, she had a gland disorder. She didn't have anyway. Yeah, you got the reverse gland disorder of what she had. But she was really olive oil. I mean, like skinny, unremarkable, just like a girl. And but she had a Blade fetish. She thought Blade was super hot. And
like Wesley Snipes Blade or the comic Blade?
Wesley Snipes Blade. And
I mean, 90s Wesley Snipes was handsome as fuck, man. You can't deny that.
I can't disagree.
Yeah.
Well, she liked, so she had never seen Blade, so she watched 1, 2, and 3 on, this is years ago, so this is DVD. She watched them all. And she's like, this is awesome. I said, hey, let's watch the series. I got the series on DVD. She's like, awesome. And we started watching the series. She's like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, that's Sticky Fingers. She's like, where's Wesley? I'm like, oh no, Wesley isn't Blade in this. And she's like, oh, turn this shit off.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, he's not hot at all. I'm like, but it's the same character. She's like, yeah, Wesley just did something. Like, she's like, he's so like dark and mysterious. I'm like, dark? Or it's like, well, yeah, like even his skin color was dark. And Wesley is almost purple. Like Wesley's almost purple, let's be honest. So, it's like I couldn't understand it, and I'm like thinking, like, am I dark enough for her? She might leave me. She might leave me for Lola. Who you got? What comic book character is your crush?
I don't have any crushes.
Oh, come now, you must have one.
Spawn and Harley Quinn.
Oh, even with the burned up face. Spawn?
No, in the costume.
Oh, so you're a nasty little freak.
I mean, in Spawn's defense, if every ounce of him is burned up, that just makes him rip for her pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's a good point, Johnny. That's a good point.
That's an excellent point, Johnny.
What outside the box? I mean,
but what if it's like the end has been like sort of burnt off though? You know, where it's maybe like little.
It's where it's just like kind of a blunt edge.
Yeah,
that would be
like,
sad.
I know, it's like a third too short.
Yeah, then I would have to pass.
Yeah, see.
Well, I mean, maybe he's really good at filleting.
But he does have that cape.
Yeah, maybe he has other skills.
Oh, and the chains and the spikes and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he could sling up and do all kinds of fun shit.
I'm getting a bit Hellraiser now, man.
Wow, Spawn is instant kinky in the bedroom, chains galore. All right, so did everybody introduce themselves? I'm sorry, I stepped away for a minute. So.
Yep. Nope. We got everybody.
All right, cool. So let's talk about.
Switch the mic so they can hear you.
They can't hear me. Okay. Let's talk about you guys' book. I've seen them. I'm excited about them. The art on there is really good, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's you, John. Okay.
That's me and Johnny. I'm doing the pencils and the inks, and Johnny's doing the colors.
Okay. Yeah, because Johnny told me you're doing all the heavy lifting. So
yeah, well,
he didn't say that. I'm just joking.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But let's talk about it for a while. I'm gonna bring it up now. Let me see here. I do got some stuff that you guys sent over. If I can get into my email. All right. Excuse me. Why does my email not work right when I need it to? Everybody else needs it. Hackers need it. Oh, here's everything. Credit card numbers, all that shit. I need it. Nah.
Yeah. Sarah's agreeing with Rob. Chains and rope.
I just can't find chains. I don't find chains and ropes fun. I don't know if it's a hereditary thing or what, but I'm not feeling it. I just all right. Let's.
Glenn saying Michael J. White played Spawn in the movie Another Handsome Man.
That's true.
Yeah,
he's a dashing man.
Well, I think he's a hell of an actor, to be honest with you.
Have you seen Falcon Rising? It's excellent.
I tried to get through that one. I was unable to, but yeah.
I'm also a big fan of the Undisputed 2 movie. It's a good one.
I want to bring up the Kickstarter, or the Indiegogo campaign. Is that okay?
Sure thing.
Is that okay if I bring up the Indiegogo campaign?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Please do.
Please and by all means.
All right, here we go.
I'll think about it and let you know.
So there the Chronicles of Calamity. Oh, look at your cute face. Sorry. So here it is, guys. Walk us through this a little bit. Tell us about it. Oh, by the way, I want to let you guys know, no pressure, but Indie Vote Radio numbers sitting right now at 33,645. So that's many people listening on Indie Vote Radio. I want to thank our friends in France. I want to thank Venezuela, Spain, Portugal, and believe it or not, Iraq.
Oh. Good evening, Iraq, or maybe good morning.
Yeah.
Nice.
So go ahead, tell us about the book. No pressure.
Yeah, I think, like we said, it's based on a podcast, and there are a lot of kind of Dungeons and Dragons style podcasts out there, but
in the same area.
The better ones tend to be on rails and are a bit more comprehensible. Ours is really chaotic, but it's, we have enormous fun with it, and there's a lot of things that have happened in it that we just thought would be really cool if they were kind of written down and put on the page. And we met John, I guess, about a year into doing this, and he sent us some fan art, and we thought You know, it'd be really cool as a perk for our patrons if we did a comic book page every month just for funsies. But then we started getting really into it because it was a lot of fun, and I guess trying to capture the chaos of the podcast on the page was a big attraction for us. And eventually, we had enough for a couple of issues, and thought we should probably do something with this because if we're having fun, probably other people will have fun with it too.
Yeah. You guys are already crushed the flexible goal you had of $2,000. You're up to $4,504. 30 hours left, so just about a day left to get in on this campaign over here on Indiegogo. Check it out, Chronicles of Calamity. But I'm gonna go through the campaign. I'll talk a little bit about the perks, the tiers. Yeah, those little faces are adorable. I like the little one with the little fist on his head for some reason.
Our apprentice at the tattoo shop actually made those for us. Her name's Lydia.
Okay.
That's our next stretch goal. If we meet our next stretch goal, everybody who ordered a physical copy of these gets the little chibi stickers.
That's cool. So you guys got a digital bundle, which is I always tell anybody who listens to us from out of the country, sometimes digital bundles are going to save you a lot of money, because no shipping. But I do always stress, if you can get the physical, there's nothing like having that physical book in your hand. And you can resell a physical book if it ends up jumping up in value by several $100s. You can't resell that digital bundle. Sorry. But Chronicles of Calamity #1, $10. Shipping in September. That's #1. Ships worldwide. How many pages is the book?
I think we're at 26 at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, 26, something like that.
26. 15 gets you the A&D personal character message. Tell me about that.
That's just basically a little add-on part. A lot of our supporters come from the podcast fan base, so we just basically said to them, if you want to donate some money to the project and you want a personalized message from your favorite character, as long as it's not too incriminating in any way, that's just a fun perk for fans of the podcast. So.
Okay. That's pretty cool. See, you got a T-shirt here. I love that image on there. That color really pops with that color of T-shirt you chose.
Thank you.
So the T-shirt was that a stretch goal or was a perk?
That's just an individual perk. It's exclusive to the campaign. We've got a TeePublic with lots of kind of podcast designs on it, but this design is unique to this crowdfunder. So if you want a barbarian bursting out your chest, that's the perk to get.
The Junior Adventurer bundle. What's in that one?
Oh, now you're asking. I think that comes with a physical copy, the sticker packs, but also comes with 6 unique character portraits that have been signed by the cast members of the podcast. So again, that's one for the fans of the podcast. If you want a special souvenir, that's the one for you.
Okay. Should probably do one quick point of background on the podcast we keep mentioning. So Authors and Dragons is, like we said, a live play D&D podcast. It's the slightly more realistic in the terribleness of the players. But the actual pitch hook is that everyone associated to it is an author. So there's me, there's Steve, there's Rick Gualtieri of the Build a Vampire series, there's John Hartness of Bubba the Monster Hunter, Joseph Brassi of Glassblade and the Doomsayer Chronicles, Steve, your Doomsayer Chronicles, and Robert Bevan of Caverns and Creatures.
Oh yeah, so not just if you're a fan of the podcast, if you're a fan of any of those authors and wanted their autograph and signed character portrait, that's also, I should have pointed that out sooner, really. That's
okay. That looks pretty cool. I think that this art is, when I seen the art, I'm like, man, it's funny because I'm like, that art looks cool. And then when I realized it was Johnny's, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. I get it. I think it looks really cool. And I like the thing that Johnny tends to do with faces. Like you can read like the emotion of the character. Like so many times I see artists, they just draw a character and there's no emotion in the face. They're almost afraid to. Johnny's not afraid to contort facial features and, wrinkled noses and put up these these grimaces on the characters. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, every time I draw a face, I'm like, what would Johnny do? And then I would try and do that.
And then you would just like draw something and then throw in the trash, and that's the exact same equivalent that you'd get out of it.
John, are you able to throw any art in the trash? Like when you throw art in the trash, does it actually make it out of the house?
Are you talking to me? I'm purely digital.
Okay.
Unless I'm making something, specifically for to have a hard copy of. I just I've been, like I said, I've been tattooing for 2 decades, so I have trunks and trunks and trunks of just artwork, and oh my god, it's just too much.
I'm considering switching over to digital just because I would love to be able to delete some artwork that I don't want found and know that it's gone.
Yep.
Because what's happened is that my art finds its way out of trash cans and put into these mysterious portfolios that I don't own. And I find them when I'm cleaning out closets. And I'm like, hey, I threw this away 2 years ago. I threw this away 3 years ago. It's even got a coffee stain on it. What the hell is it in folio for? And I get, I didn't want to throw it away. That's awesome. It's not awesome. It can come back and cancel me as an artist later. Yeah. My mother should have thrown away, but she was unable to do it. And so now you have it, and you're continuing the curse. I'm gonna burn it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn my house down just so I can get rid of the art. That's what's gonna happen. Back to this gorgeous campaign. So something sold out here. The Fandango groupie is sold out. $50. Could have got it in there. Plenty of people bought it though, so you had an opportunity.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that about?
That was that came with an original sketch from John. So it was the physical copy, the sticker bundle, the character portraits, plus a unique sketch. And the next one Torex chose, and that was some large original physical artwork.
It'll be sorry, Steve. It'll be 11 by 17 artwork, the original artwork for all the prints that we're doing.
Now,
I really undersold that one.
I've been noticing a lot of artists put up their original artwork, and they say they choose what they send you, but like for ridiculous cheap prices and fantastic pieces of art. Some artists, not all, some artists, and they deserve it, have put their pieces up for $10,000, and I can't afford it. And it's cool because now I'm like, hey, I can buy that for $10,000, or I can buy this Michael Turner piece for $2,000. Which do you prefer? Buy the Michael Turner. Yeah. So I see this on other stickers. Bar to the Bone, Initiative, and I can't see what the other one is.
Rogue Shoot First.
Okay. Were there comments you need? Jay Garza says, I have a friend that works with Joe Mad at his office here in Austin. He said Joe just throws away piles of sketches and doodles every day. So
it's tragic.
Yeah, stuff need to be in there.
So I backed the Kickstarter for Battle Chasers, right? Mm-hmm. And that was, it's like 2 or 3 years ago, and I finally got in my Garrison sketch from that, and it's perfect.
Emily Kaplan says, gimme. She wants it all. Aaron Oswald says, I'm so sad I didn't find out about this until after the B and NPC was sold out.
That was a popular tier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, Johnny Segura, I know, can be bought.
Easily.
Yeah.
God, easily.
Aaron, I'm just saying, if you really wanted in that book, I'm pretty sure arrangements can be made. I'm just sure. I'm just saying, somebody here isn't, like they would be a corrupt politician. I will be a corrupt politician, so I can't blame them. I'd be totally in trouble every day, but I'd be in trouble for the people and for myself.
Right.
Because
you'd only be considered corrupt by people who were against you. So their opinions wouldn't matter anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, corruption's all a matter of perspective, right?
Yeah. I'm the good guy in my story.
Can we look at the trailer, guys? Does it contain any copyrighted music I should know about, or?
No. There's a couple of swear words in it. No, they're bleeped out. No, I think it's good to go.
All right. Swear words you don't care about.
Yeah.
We fucking
swear words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's play this.
Take heed, junior adventurers, for it be the Chronicles of Calamity. The mighty tales of everyone's favorite incompetent adventurers will soon be available to hold in your hands. In this wondrous comic book adventure, filled to the brim with action, magic, and assholes. Straight from the Tales of the Authors and Dragons podcast, join a host of unlikely heroes as they fight evil for fame and profit. Might, magic, morons. In this sumptuously illustrated tome, you'll meet seedy bards, gentle-hearted barbarians, insane paladins, inept rogues, and sexually attractive monks. Foul-mouthed and barely qualified, the first issue sees our heroes united by unlikely circumstances. A demonic invasion. Can they defeat the evil and survive the night, or will they fuck everything up? Maybe both. For just a handful of your mortal monies, you could have the first issue of this ongoing saga delivered directly to your peasant hovel. Illustrated by John Luther Davis, colored by John Segura III, and created and adapted by the Authors and Dragons crew. Be sure to back this exciting and somewhat titillating enterprise today.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to ask you guys. First of all, you did. I mean, that's amazing. That video. It almost makes me like want to see an animated feature of that.
We would too.
Yeah, I feel that that'd be something that I could watch and binge watch all day. And I'm a big fan of cartoons. Like, and the sillier the better. Like, my wife came home and was really upset that I was watching Superhero Squad, and I'm like all into it. Like, she's like, "That's what the baby watches." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm watching it. He's had his time. It's my turn to watch now. I want to laugh." I'm taking any of this shit seriously. This is awesome. They should give Superhero Squad a chance, man. I know I only had 2 seasons, but still.
I did for 3 years. I watched it.
Yeah, you've seen every episode.
Over and over again.
Well, that's the boy liked Superhero Squad. He liked it, so you know, you got to give him a chance. Aaron Kelly says, "I think Netflix needs to pick it up." I would like.
Available.
If Netflix picks it up, though, I need a loan, guys. I'm just telling you, I need a loan. Netflix, I need some of that Netflix money. Sarah says, "Awesome, makes me want it."
Me too. Enough that I just went and backed it.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. If you're a part of people who are listening right now, we're up to 42,000 right now, 42,510 people listening right now. I want to thank Australia for jumping in there too. Australia, the UK, Italy, are all in the house right now watching. So I want to thank you guys. Go over there and get that campaign. They are shipping worldwide, and if you're afraid of the shipping, just get the digital bundle. I hate to do that, but you know, it's a crazy time we're living in right now.
As long as they get it and enjoy it, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm still looking for my comics crush, so I got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of that, I want to bring up something real quick, and this is not about you guys. This is not about you guys at all. I just thought I keep being reminded to run this counter. Oh, man, it's still going. It is still going. 8 days, 21 hours, 39 minutes. Still going.
Well, I mean, it kind of fits my balance.
Let's get cats. Yeah, it's still going. Aaron Kelly, full disclosure, I'm a Fandango groupie. Yeah, it's understandable. I would be a Fandango groupie too, especially. He looks like a sexy man. He's got that high hair, a lot of moose.
He is fantastical.
Yeah. Yeah, cats wait for her and secondary book continues. 8 days, cat. 8 days. Man.
Well, I didn't check the mail today, so
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but I will be checking it tomorrow, and I will keep you updated.
Excellent, cat. You keep us updated and let us know. Listen, when the books arrive, the counter stops. That's all he's got to do. All he has to do is put the books in the mail. Guys, how are you shipping out this book? What are your plans on shipping this book out?
Yeah, we're kind of soapboxing on the shipping thing right now.
Yeah. Who's in charge of shipping?
I took the executive decision to make that someone else's problem. We've got John Hartness. He's not just an author; he runs his own publishing company, so he's kind of more experienced in this sort of thing than we are, and he's got a good setup. So we basically just shoved that his way.
So you've hired a company to do it for you.
Hired is a strong word.
Yeah, it's a very generous description.
Well,
I manipulated a friendship.
Did you love bomb someone? I got a question. Do you know how he'll be shipping it? The thing we're trying to get around to is, will they be using Gemini mailers, or are they going to make sure the books are shipped to where they don't get bent and beaten up through the mail? I'm imagining they will, but apparently, this isn't common knowledge. I just found out that you don't have to do that.
I think it's very safe to say that John Hartness ships a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was anybody I was going to task with that and trust, it would definitely be him.
Glenn Ford says the trailer was fun. He's got to go. He's got to get to work. He says, have a good live stream. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate it. You can check out Glenn's channel, Ionic, his toy review on YouTube. He reviews action figures, and he won't give me the action figures. Says he can't give me the action figures because, he wouldn't have any after that if he gave them all to me. I don't think he needs them. He's reviewing them. You review them, you move them on. You give them to me, somebody who can play with them. I'm a grown man. I'm not afraid to admit I play with toys. I have to. The reason why is because, guys, Kat got a book in the mail, a book she actually edited, and it was really being banged up. I mean, the person put it in a bubble mailer and just put it in the mail in a bag. They did bag and board it, but they just put it in a bubble mailer. And do you know the piece of cardboard that you put between like a 24 case of pop, the little flimsy piece of cardboard? That was like the only other thing that was in there. And the book came bent. Her book was mangled. I know another gentleman, his book came, it was bent. I'm waiting for other reports from people. Kat doesn't have hers handy anymore. But or does she? Do you have a handy, Kat? Or have you thrown it into the fire to be?
I did, but it might have gotten shifted.
Okay. Well, it was in.
Well, you've got the pictures.
Yeah, I don't have them here anymore. I used to have them in the branding here, but it was in bad shape. And I'll tell you guys, we reached out to the person. Well, we didn't reach out. I tried to reach out to the person who did it because they thought they knew everything. And even a gentleman who taking him under his wing was like, we talked about this. We said Gemini mailers. He said, "Oh, I don't have money for Gemini mailers. I don't have money." And he didn't care about that. He just said he got the $15. He shipped a substandard book, in my opinion, and then the book came damaged. And rather than, it's like, you know what you're about to ship. You know how that's going to come looking. Do the work. Get the book. Just take some effort in making sure that it does get to the person it's supposed to get to. That's how Kat got it out the mail. That was just all beat up, and she was very upset. I mean, she paid $15. Was it $15, Kat, plus shipping? Or was that with shipping?
No, that was with it. It was $10 plus $5 for shipping.
Yeah, $15, guys. I mean, you get a book in a bubble mail that just bent up like that. Very bad. Very, very, very sad. Jim O'Reilly says, "Hi everyone." Hello, Jim. Still lobbying to get you on Art of War, Jim. Still lobbying. Friday at 9 p.m. Which, by the way, is open to any of you gentlemen, John, yourself. If you can draw Art of War once you're on every Friday at 9 o'clock. we have a group of artists. They don't know what they're drawing until we tell them. And every artist has to draw, have an hour and a half. You knock the drawing out. We're the only show currently on YouTube, art drawing show, that gives an actual prize out. It's not
Cool.
just
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's not just internet accolades. It's like, hey, you won this. I did have somebody reach out to me recently and tell me they didn't get their gift, so I gotta look into that and find out why they didn't get it. And Jim writes the difference. I know. Once we get you on the show, Jim, I'll stop bothering you. Until then, Jim, I'm gonna keep riding you.
Am I still on the? Am I still not allowed? Is my time over
No,
yet?
you're back on. In fact, we started a new rule now. One of the new rules is you can't win 2 weeks in a row. So if you win 2 weeks in a row now you got to go off for a week.
Oh, okay, yeah, because after I won that one time, you said it'd be like a month or so before I'd be able to come back.
Yeah,
I thought y'all just didn't fucking like me. I thought that's all that was about.
Yeah, no. I wanted to make it fair to artists, but now we're like, you know what? Let's just, well, you know what? Maybe we'll keep their game up. And then I thought maybe we'll take away the you can't come back rule, because like I'm not on the show and I run it, so there's no reason why I would try to cheat the system. I'm not gonna sit there and draw and vote for myself. Same thing with Eric. If Eric's hosting, he doesn't want to receive votes, so we might just get rid of the you can't come back thing and let someone win the crown and be the champion and get dethroned. That'd be awesome. I know some arsony.
For a month straight, you can get a crown.
Yeah, I'll send somebody a crown. They make dildo crowns. I'll send somebody.
I'm totally in now. I'm going to learn how to draw.
Love you guys. Keep it the fantastic shows. Thank you, Jim. Yeah,
guys. No shit. If I want a dildo crown, it would go right on that shelf behind me.
Buddy says, "What the heck am I looking at, Buddy? You were looking at the countdown clock for Kat's book to be refunded or a new book to replace it. And she's been waiting 8 days since the person found out. The person lives about 2 hours from her. They've been going around to every comic shop they can, putting their books in there. They can simply drop a new one in the mail. They don't have the thing is the guy doesn't care. He's unfriended everybody who got his book, by the way. So if you did back his campaign, he kissed your ass up until you shipped the books. Now he's unfriended you, and it also makes it that also makes it very difficult for you to reach out to them on social media and say, "Hey, my book came damaged." He actually came into the chat, said something very smart mouth a couple weeks ago. I didn't take kindly to it, and I went off. And then the next day, a couple days later, I had the cops wanting to ask me questions about, So yeah, we'll move on. Yeah. Johnny, let's talk about your book, sir.
Yes.
Let's talk about your book.
Johnny looks surprised to find out he has a book.
Yeah, Johnny's like, "What? I have a book out?"
What?
Or he's like, "Which one? Which book?"
Yeah.
No, it's true.
I mean, I do have I don't know, 3 or 4 I'm working on right now. So,
well, let's talk about Fencer.
The Fencer.
Yeah,
I'm glad you asked. It's a fun little story. Basically, said in kind of a nearish future. Mm-hmm. I swear, I can English sometimes. It's basically all the world powers. The world just went to shit, and all the world powers have been dethroned by crime families and crime syndicates. And the Japanese branch, they created this weapon that seems just unstoppable, and they're moving from the eastern side of the world. They're trying to attack the 5 families who run the eastern coast of the U.S. So the book starts off with their meeting, and just shit hits the fan really quick. And once it starts, it does not stop.
I've seen it. I can confirm.
And this is the sign-up page. You can go over to Indiegogo right now. Type in.
The Indiegogo, I fucked up with the tagging, so it won't let you see it. Apparently they give you the option to put sex as your tag, but if you do that, they make it to where it doesn't show up on fucking anything. If you go to the Kickstarter, here, let me put the Kickstarter in the private chat.
All right.
Sorry, I should have been more prepared for this. I thought we were
Aaron says it sounds like Johnny wrote the script for the end half of 2020.
I mean, weirder things have happened, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Listen, I've been looking at the audience for years, the non-existent, when some shit happens to me. So I'm pretty sure that the credits are going to roll pretty damn soon.
I don't know. Spoilers.
I just
Johnny.
put it in the private
Spoilers.
chat.
Okay. Yeah, I would like a spoiler. Like, who died? Me?
The spoiler I can give you for the Fencer is there's a lot of full frontal nudity from both men and women.
And Johnny, tell us how that came to be, because that's a pretty funny story. How the full frontal nudity from men and women.
So I was doing a convention in Corpus Christi, Texas. It was slow. It kind of sucked. And me and my wife at the time, we were sitting there bored. So I was just doodling this idea I had for a character, and it was the original version of the female Fencer. And she has her bosoms out.
Mm-hmm.
And, I thought it was a fun design, so I posted it on social media, and I had people commenting on there. It's like, you wouldn't dress a man character like that. And I was like, motherfucker, you want to try me? So now the male version of the character has his giant uncircumcised cock out.
Yep. Spike nudity. Nice.
Aaron says, equal representation, much respect. I think that's I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, they're shit. I had a joke, but then it just left. Like it's gone.
I think it's fair. I think that it's pretty damn interesting. From Indievo Radio, I did get a question from a gentleman, and he is from the Philippines. He says, "Hey guys, what should I do? I am a artist. I work with a writer. We came up with a story together. I've been drawing it. He's been doing the writing. He recently went and got another artist, leaving me out the loop. Now I don't have any of the project to finish. He's moving on the project without me. We were doing this together. I'm out of the money too. What should I do?"
I would fight to get what you at least get compensated for what you did. Like if he's still going to use it, then you need to try to do what you can to get compensated for at least what you did.
Yeah, if he's going to use that art, yeah, you should get compensated. What'd you say, Indie Princess? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
He's kind of screwed. There's no contract or anything. I mean, he can try to fight and get what he deserves, but without a contract in place, it's kind of hard.
I mean, she said kind of hard. But I do agree. I mean, I think that's gonna be difficult. Drew, you want to weigh in on that one? I think I seen your audio bubble wiggle.
No, probably not. I don't know a ton about rights and etc. and how much they would have the ability to claim in that situation. That the art, etc., is sort of outside my scope. Everything I do is freelance, contract, and paid on delivery.
Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Steve, you wanna?
Same. Most of the stuff I do is indie. The only small process stuff I do is with Falstaff, which is John again. So I've never really been in that situation. It sounds like a bad situation if you've started something on good faith and then somebody's split with your artwork. I don't know what the legal action would be, but I'd certainly be firing a lot of middle fingers about. That's about all I can offer.
He's in the Philippines, so yeah, I'm not sure of the rules over there.
Yeah.
Steve, I detect an accent. Where is that from?
Oh, I'm from the UK. It's about 3 a.m. here, which is why I look a bit kind of bleary-eyed.
Is that right? We mess with Ines all the time. Like we'll message Ines and tell her, "Hey, you got to come on and talk to us."
2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, and talk to us because we love her voice. And since we're Americans who all have Laura Croft fetishes, we're like, oh my god.
There you go. That's the only reason I'm on the podcast. I'm not actually very funny. I just got a weird accent.
Because Americans, we've been conditioned to know that when we hear someone with an accent from the UK, it's business. It's like shit's about to go down. Unfortunately, you're a guy, so you're the bad guy.
Yeah. I could deal with that.
It kind of, hey, it's okay. I get pulled over a lot, so it's okay. John, you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, sure. So in the Philippines, like Steve said, I'm not sure what the rules are, but if they're using his original artwork, he's got to have some sort of dog in that fight. But like Johnny with his spite nudity, I don't know, man, do a spite project. Nothing motivates me like spite. So,
Yeah.
I
almost did a spite project, and I swear to God, if I find the time to do it, I'm going to launch a spite project right alongside another project and try to beat it. I just don't want to accidentally give that project any oxygen. I don't want to do that. I'm like, I could let it die on the vine, or I could do a spite project. And man, my petty knows no bounds.
I mean, the fun irony would be is that your spite project is the one that like blows up and you become like super famous. And they make like 8 movies off of it.
Yeah. That'd be great. Johnny, your campaign,
yes,
is $10 for the standard cover.
Yep, it's $10 for the standard cover. I have 3 different covers you can choose from. And then the sketch cover, of course, if you want, I can do a commission on it, but costs extra, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going back to how everything gets mailed, whenever I mail books of this size, they all get mailed in comic top loaders.
Excellent.
So they're super secure, and like I don't put multiple books in one top loader. Each book that you order gets its own top loader, and then if it's in the U.S., I always mail priority. It costs a little bit more, but I've had less issues going with priority than just shipping regularly.
Now, Johnny, I see you got a stretch goal in here, and you guys came about this too, because I don't know if you did it. Did you increase the number of the pages in your books?
I plan on doing it if I reach 2,400. I'm going to add a sketchbook section, and I'm going to add an epilogue.
How much time does that add to the book? And because I'm like, when I finish the book, I'm like, fuck this book.
Well, see, it's kind of not fair for me to say, because like the way I work, whenever I was really developing was whenever I started working at the tattoo shop back in the day, and Drake, who I was apprenticing under, like if I drew something that took me like 45 minutes to an hour to draw, he'd be like, oh, well, that's good. Well, let's try this. And he would doodle something in 15 seconds that would blow my shit out the fucking water. So, like, I had to learn to draw good and draw fast, because, like, I was doing stencils for everyone in the shop. And if I fucked up somebody's stencil, I was fucking with their money. So, like, I had to make sure to do it right, do it fast, and get it done the first time. And then, just watching Drake work, he was so fucking fast and he could just make anything out of shit, that I took that and just ran with that. So like whenever I'm doing a book, like a good example, my series The Devil and I, the first issue took me about 2 weeks to do, from beginning to end, and it was 48 pages, I believe.
All right.
Yeah, and then it just depends on the project, really. Like The Last Reaper, that took me about 2 to 3 weeks. But like if I hop on something, like I don't fuck around. Like if I'm motivated and I'm running with it, like I could do 3 to 5 pages a day, like fully rendered.
I can not I. I'm lucky I get a page out a week.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I mean I'm also lazy, Joe.
There is something to be said about quantity. I mean, I redraw and second guess myself a lot. This is my first real comic project, so it's been a bit of a learning process too.
John, when you go back and look at that book in 2 years, you're gonna hate it.
I'm already redoing the first 10 pages.
I have a book like that, and first of all, I can't believe that I wrote that book in a very dark place mentally, and I did that book and I released it, and
it's our top seller.
It's one of our top sellers. But I'm like, oh my god, this book is full of horrible things I should not have said, I should not have been thinking, and it's a. I was angry though. I was angry at the world. I was angry at the comic industry. But the thing about it is that I look at the art now and I'm like, there are some things that I'm like, hey, that's pretty neat. Hey, I can draw. And then there are things that I'm like, wow, you phoned that in, Grant. You didn't even try there.
I mean, that's how my first Kickstarter comic came along. I did C2E2, and their Marvel and DC were both doing portfolio reviews. And, I brought a bunch of my shit to them, and I got the almost verbatim the same response from both of them. They said, oh, we really like your style. You need to work on this, this, and this. I'm like, cool, yeah, I know I need to work on that. And they're like, but we'll never hire you. And I'm like, well, why? He's like, well, because your style's too cartoony. Nobody wants that anymore. People want realism. And I was like, okay, well, what about Joe Madureira, Humberto Ramos? Oh, they're just grandfathered in. If it was the 90s, we would have already hired you. And I was like, sweet, good to know. I'll just do my own shit. And then on the drive back from a show in Kentucky, me and my wife at the time, we were going back and forth with the stupidest fucking shit that we could think of. Mm-hmm. And it became my first Kickstarter book called 210 Bean Cans Fucking.
Classic.
And the book is just stupidity on top of ridiculousness on top of absurdity. But it's fun and people love it. And that's one of the things I hear the most, when I'm at an artist alley, people will come up to my table and they're like, oh, I love the bright colors and everything's fun. A lot of the other tables it's just so dark and depressing. It's like, mm-hmm. I mean, my shit's depressing too. It's just fun.
I wonder how many comics are created on that ride back from a convention.
On the what?
I'm wondering how many comics are created, the storylines laid out on the ride back home from a convention.
Oh, well, I mean, for me, most of them, because there ain't shit else to do.
Yeah, because I've done it too. I was wondering, have you guys done that? Ride home from a convention, you're like, I got a story idea.
Pretty much any long road trip that I take, it may not even be a convention. I might be just on, going to the Grand Canyon, for example. I came up with this caveman story about a tribe that lives on top of one of these plateau things, and they're more aggressive, savage cavemen are in the valley, and they want what's on top of the thing. And yeah, just driving to the desert, it helped pass the time.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it, so I get you. I understand that. I don't, when I'm traveling, usually to a convention or back home from a convention. So for me, it's, that's the only time I can come up with a story. And then, anybody in the car with me gets pissed, shut up.
So I travel alone.
I just have an overactive imagination, and I get bored as fuck super easily. So I'll have my radio blaring, but I'll just be coming up with shit as I'm driving, and that's usually how a lot of things come about.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you guys have any other campaigns you want me to take a look at before we tell our guests where else they can get where they can check these campaigns out at?
We gotta mention cats.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna mention cats because cats is making too much money right now. Listen, Cat can't be successful. If she's successful, she'll leave the show. We have to keep Cat. We have to keep Cat impoverished. That was my mic live. Oh shit, my mic was live. Okay. Cat, talk about your book for a second, ma'am.
Which one do you want to talk about?
We're going to talk about. I really like the fact that you got your own novel out right now. That's big time shit. To me. Let me pull it up.
It's mysteriously floating across the screen.
Is it? Okay. Okay, there it is. Tales from the Toy Store.
It's like magic.
Yeah, currently available on Amazon.
Released yesterday.
Kat, is that your sales did okay yesterday too?
Well, here's the thing about Amazon. I think quite a few people ordered the print copy, which is awesome. It is available as an ebook as well. The thing about Amazon is they won't tell me it's sold until they actually ship it. So it may be, 3 to 5 days before I find out if I sold anything. But if I believe people, I sold a few at least.
$8.99 is what you're asking for.
$8.99. Yep.
It's a pretty thick book. You've held it up. And the cool thing is, Cat doesn't have to worry about.
I don't have to worry about shipping because Amazon handles it.
Yeah, you don't worry about shipping. So this is awesome. You can check out Tales from the Toy Store on Amazon from Miss Katrina Rhodes, who had to be a writer because of her last name.
Yes, sorry. I wrote this book all by myself.
Pop says, I bought one for my grandson's birthday, supposed to be delivered Friday. Pops, you let us know how that came out.
Thanks, Pops.
And then like track Katrina down at a convention and have her sign it. And
yeah, I am gonna. I actually am thinking about tabling once we get conventions back again. So
yeah.
Probably start with little tiny Michigan ones, but eventually I'll expand out.
Little small ones, little bitty ones.
Baby conventions
I'll
for the baby writer.
Cat, I know some. How can I put this? I know some unskilled motherfuckers who have went to Barnes and Noble, got in under nepotism or just asking, and then they will run it like it is the biggest shit ever. Like, hey, doing nothing today, just tabling, just doing a book signing over at
just doing a book signing at Barnes and Noble. If anybody wants to stop by.
You asked and begged, and it's not hard to do. But, it's book signing number 3 this week. Oh my god, 3 weekends, 3 book signings. You begged and waited. Don't get me started. Anyway, what were we bringing up? Oh, her other campaign? Well, I don't like the fact that Katrina has so many campaigns, honestly. I think that's a problem. I think
it's true. It's only one campaign.
Where's the campaign at? Is that over at Indigo or Kickstarter? I forget.
It's a Kickstarter.
It's a Kickstarter. And I gotta fix my pledge. I got a pledge I need to get fixed. Oh, I just got a notification. All right, let me see here.
Pops wants to know, Marion, do you set up at Grand Rapids?
I do set up at Grand Rapids, yeah. I intend to be there this year, as a matter of fact, if we have a Grand Rapids Comic Con. If we have one. May not have one, so with everything going on.
I'll be there too, but not tabling.
Yeah. A teddy bear table weekends. She's got 9 days ago, $2,113.
Yeah, we are about $1,100 short. We're closer. Yes.
A little closer, but I mean, you got to go into panic mode now, Kat. You got to go into chill mode.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. When you get down to single digits, it's a little scary.
I'll be honest with you. Mr. Davis is gonna if listen, you got to get close because Mr. Davis can easily. If I was Mr. Davis, because I'm petty, I'll say, Kat, we'd be doing much better if you were out shilling my book instead of your own. The hell?
Oh no! Look at my Facebook wall. I've shilled this campaign way more than my own book. In fact, he chastised me for it. I was on. What was I on? I was on Morning Coffee with you guys, I think, and mentioned. I told him that he texted me, and I told him I'd mentioned the campaign. He said, "Did you remember to promote your own book too?" So.
Yeah. See, I'm not that nice.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing promoting your own shit, Kat?
How dare you make money when we need money?
Yeah. This is my time. It's all about me. I hate to be a narcissist here, but come on now. Well, shit, I damn sure will be there next time you guys are. Cool, Pops, we'll let you know. I plan to be there this year. If it happens, we'll be there.
Yeah, Pop shows them both.
Yeah.
Pop's been an awesome supporter.
Would you guys have them look at any other campaigns?
Or say anything else?
Or do you have any questions about this campaign?
Because I can bring anything up.
Everybody's quiet.
It's
I know, we're all tired tonight.
Everybody's quiet for a GeekGasm. It's weird, yeah.
I think Johnny's secretly working.
Yes,
he is. He's always working.
Well, I right before the show ended, I did right before the show began, because I'm not from the future. I did a stream of my own where I did a picture of Pikachu sleeping, and then he was dreaming, and in the dream it was Pikachu buff as shit saying "Pika Pika, motherfucker," and he had this sexy ass Poke Trainer hanging off of him.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me see if I can bring that up too, because I know that. Let me see here. Not your Pika Pika thing, sir.
Well, I just sent it to you via Facebook if you want to check it out.
Okay, I will check that out once. Let me bring up one other thing here too, because if I don't, yeah, I will bring that up as well. A page that Johnny did for Lola's upcoming book, which is
Oh, yeah, that shit's hot.
Yeah, can share here. She's doing a book. Lola, talk about that for a second. Why is your mic not unmuting?
Because you keep muting me. What should I say about it?
Well,
I'm
what's
doing
it
a
about?
called Fetishes A to Z. So basically, every letter is going to be a different fetish, and I'm going to have different artists doing a different fetish. So that's
Like
why
the
Rob was
ABCs
talking
of death. Oh yeah, nice.
This would be W for wax play.
Yep. That is what Johnny picked. And he did an awesome job on it.
Well, there's a lot of really good ones to choose from, but like the Wex play, I just had an immediate idea, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what I can do, and that's what I did.
That flame still makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the appeal, you know? Some people like it dangerous. I don't judge because trust me, I have pulled my dick in some weird shit. I have no room to judge anybody or anything.
I'll tell you, it's been weird watching Lola put this book together, because she's asked some people like, hey, what fetish do you want? And I figured, well, kind of an experiment. I can see what some of these guys are into. And so, I'm a leg guy. I'm a leg man. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'm like, I'll do.
You're doing nylons and heels.
Yeah, I'll do nylons and heels, whatever. It's fine. She asked me to do it too. She told me I want to do nylons. She said, would you do heels? I said, yeah, I'll do heels. Fine. But then,
only because I'm having trouble getting artists. A lot of artists do not want to draw fetishes.
well, but then there's the artist who was like, hey, you got anything for golden showers? What? And it's like, then you got the other, hey, you got anything for feet? What? I know people took feet, and I'm like, but feet? Like who? I mean,
feet is an incredibly popular one.
Yes, it is.
Look, you walk with those things, and
I got some, like the one that I named earlier was spectrophilia.
that's the one where you like ghost, right?
Yes. Yes. You want to have relations with ghosts.
It exists. I have a friend who is convinced that her dead husband comes and has sex with her.
It is a fetish.
It sounds like a really economical fetish too.
Yeah,
Just
there is not a lot of equipment involved.
You don't need to take them to the sizzler.
No.
unless you wanted to.
I knew a young lady who she ended up going to the mental home because she was convinced that she had been having relations with our Lord and Savior. And I remember looking at her because they foolishly allowed us to ask her questions. And I'm like, every night? She's like, yeah, every night. And I'm like, do you live near a biker bar? Do you like are you sure it's not just some biker crawling to the window like, yeah, I'll go over here and get me some of this? Like, and she was convinced, and now she's in the mental institution. But still, it was kind of weird. The spectral play, man. Spectral play is kind of weird to me. I'll tell you right now, if I find out a porn star is deceased, instant, nope, can't do it. Goodbye. I'm weird like that. Like, oh, she's dead. No, he's dead. Nope. I'm good.
Well, do you remember that scene in the first Ghostbusters where was it Dan Aykroyd? No, was it Dan Aykroyd who was dreaming and he had a dream that he had sex with the ghost?
Yeah.
I mean,
where that shit came from.
Or just the movie Ghost.
And then what happened?
I love pottery.
What happens when the ghost gets pregnant and comes to your house and has ghost babies and then leaves you for another ghost? And
That sounds like a shingles, guys.
yeah,
Somebody write that.
yeah.
Do you have to pay child support on ghost babies?
Yeah, you gotta pay child support. It's money you'll never
See?
see. Get it?
These are the burning questions.
Yeah. And ghost.
These are the weird questions I come up with that my children look at me and go, "Mom, really?"
Imagine getting a ghost STD, like ghost
Ooh.
crabs. No one can see them except for you. So they're just tearing your ass up. They're just pinching the shit out of your nuts, and you can't do anything.
But then at that point, it wouldn't matter because you're the only one who has a problem. I mean,
can you
shitty as that sounds?
Can you spread those?
Yeah,
like
I would hope so. That would be funny. Because you go to the doctor, help me, and doc's like, I can't, I don't see anything. You're like, no, I have crabs. He's like, you don't have crabs, and then you can see them, like these little translucent little lobsters hanging out on your junk.
Oh, jump in a hot tub, have your ass some fucking boiled shrimp.
Crab boil.
That's horrible.
That is terrible.
Throwing some corn and potatoes. We're all good.
Jay Gard, wait till you get into the futa stuff. That stuff is super popular in the 3DX field. Yeah, Red Robot there, he does a ton of art, but he's actually getting more into actual drawing now rather than the 3D art he'd been doing. But I think 3D art is still fantastic, really good stuff. In fact, Lola Red Robot wanted to reach out to you about doing something for her book with the 3D art. So I did reach out to him, but I'm just making sure that he knows why I was reaching out to him. So, but yeah, she'll get in touch with you. Jay Garza, that stuff will sell 2 to 3 more times more than the regular vanilla stuff. Yeah.
I have 4 books in the works right now, and they're all adult.
Shameful. Don't you know anything nice and wholesome?
Shit, I made my living off of smut for a good while.
Yeah,
I think we all kind of make our living off of a bit of smut. I mean, it's good. People like their smut.
Because there's a lot of stuff I find that artists won't draw. Like I've had several people come up to me and ask for commissions. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude, I'll draw that. They're like, oh really? I've already been through like 6 people and they won't do it. It's like, I mean, drawing a cock doesn't make you gay. Like it's fucking art, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
I find a lot of male artists have problems drawing, dicks, and it's like, one, they're fucking hilarious. Like, and they are fun to draw, especially like mid-stroke or mid-action when they're all like floppy and shit. It's fucking great.
I did some smut art for a kid in school when I was younger, and it was furry based, and he liked the type of stuff, and he's paying through the nose for it. I mean, he was literally just ridiculous amounts of money, and I was happy to draw it. My mother found it, and I remember she took the sketches and put them on my bed, wrote me a letter. Is this what God gave your talent for? I probably one was maybe, because I mean, I then got when we had that new video game, and I got it.
No, but that's what pays the bills.
Yeah, man, don't blame him into this. Guys, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it. Let's talk about where we can find you guys so our viewers can reach, our listeners and viewers can reach out to you.
Wait. Not to cut you off, Baron, but before we get to the finale, look at that Pikachu picture I sent you on Facebook.
I forgot all about that. I'm sorry.
Shit's hilarious.
Let me take a look at that.
I think it's hilarious anyway.
Let me bring this up here. That's funny. That is funny. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to bring this up here. Very careful not to reveal my screen with my big with my big man boobies out. Oh man, I feel so sexy right now. So free.
I think I'm a fucking hoot. I'm just going to come out and say it. Like, I know some people don't like to toot their own horn, but like, respect where respect's due, man. Like, if you make yourself laugh, run with that shit. Like,
it is funny. Hold on, let me. All right, there we go. Is that it?
And yeah.
Now that's an evolution.
That's awesome.
That's a buff ass Pikachu.
Somebody ate a protein stone.
He's got himself a little sexy trainer. He's like, yeah. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's a print. That's a print, John.
Oh yeah, and I love how adorable the sleeping Pikachu is. Because look how cute he
so
is,
cute.
with the little hearts right by him. You know, he's just.
That's pretty.
And then in his dream, he's about to tear some shit up. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's. I mean, I don't. Well, yeah, it's gonna be shocking for. That's awesome. That's a print right there, man. You gotta make that a print. Let's go around to where we can find you guys. We're gonna start with you, Kat. Go ahead.
All right. You can find me at catscratchpress.com, on Facebook as Katrina Ropes, or on Instagram under Life with Katie.
Cool.
Awkward silence, so I'll pick John to go next.
Okay. You can find me at ironcypress.com. That's our tattoo studio that I'm really never at anymore. But also on my Facebook, John Luther Davis, and the Chronicles of Calamity Facebook page.
Steve?
Yeah, you can find my books on Amazon or Falstaff Press if you're into, say, Douglas Adams, Terry Pratchett. The Doomsayer Journeys is for you. Or you can look me up on the Authors and Dragons podcast. That's every week. You find it on YouTube or SoundCloud or any of the podcast platforms. If you like people playing D&D amusingly badly, that's for you.
How about you, Drew?
I'm also on Amazon. You can also find me all over Audible. Pretty much everything I have has an audio correlation. Let's see. For my own site, I do a weekly blog. I post status and updates on book progress, and there's just a bunch of backlog of interesting stuff. So that's drewhayesnovels.com. On social media, I'm pretty much always Drew Hayes Novels. And if you want to find all of those links that Steve mentioned consolidated into one place, along with updates about our digital convention in August, I might recommend authorsanddragons.com, which is our little collective one-stop shop for all the information you would need.
And send some of those links to me, and I'll make sure I put them up on the description as well.
Will do.
All right, Johnny, where can we find you?
You can go to my .com, which is johnnysegira3rd.com. I have all the links to all my socials on the homepage. Make sure to check me out on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. And then don't forget to check out The Fencer on Kickstarter, as well as the last day of Chronicles of Calamity on Indiegogo.
Excellent. And that Chronicles of Calamity guess had 30 hours an hour ago. So they get you like 29 hours now. Get into that campaign back. I know a few of you have and said you want to. So you got a night. Yeah. Wake your asses up tomorrow. It's tomorrow's Thursday. Go to cash advance. Get an advance on your paycheck.
Sell some blood.
Sell some blood. Sell some plasma.
Sell somebody else's blood.
Yeah. Lots of it.
Take some bottles back. We know you got a surplus of bottles.
Yeah, there's still a ton of cool shit on it, and I mean, you never know. They might feel squirrely and put something on the last day. You never fucking know. These dudes are crazy. And yeah.
Steve, by the way, thanks. I now feel that I am not fancy enough to shop at Amazon. The way you said Amazon is the same way that Ines said Adidas. And I'm like, say what? And Adidas. And I'm like, woo? I can't wear that shit anymore. That's out of my pay grade. I can't.
I'm going to hire Steve to do a sound clip for me to advertise my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
And the way you said Amazon, I'm like, I can't go to that website. That's like shopping at Gorman's. I just can't do it. Guys, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. You're always welcome back on this show or any of our other Indie Vote shows, Indie Vote Live or Indie Vote Breakfast Buzz. If you do notice some, jumps tonight, please pop in Indie Vote Breakfast Buzz tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. or Randy Zimmerman and I apologize for everything we said Tuesday night. We give everybody 24 hours to get pissed at us. And we'll be there live. Also, guys, listen, if you want to join the conversation and you want to listen to us, easy to do that. Indie Vote Radio on Google Play or download the streamer app on iOS, type in Indie Vote Radio, and you can find us there. You can also find Indie Vote Radio on Alexa. I always forget to tell people that, but you can ask Alexa to play us, and she will play Indie Vote Radio for you. Also, guys, if you're bored, you got nothing else to do, Indie Vote TV on the Roku-enabled television and Roku devices, Indie Vote TV, over-the-top streaming network, just like Netflix, but it's free. And indie movies, there's some exclusive content we got. There's some of these shows that aren't on the YouTube channel, and sometimes they're a bit longer and a little bit more uncut because sometimes I know YouTube would say, "Where on my own network they can't say shit." So yeah, it's awesome because guys, come on, Poe's man. Don't forget, guys, Art of War Friday, 9:00 p.m. Your host Eric Hodson will be there. Got some guests coming in. If John or Johnny would like to come on, let us know. We can definitely get you a spot in there. I'm not sure what Friday's gift is, but last week's gift was a pack of Aeon art boards. We've done gift cards. So yeah, it's a pretty cool show. That's it for us. Lola, say goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of our listeners on the radio, on the YouTube, on our Facebooks, everywhere.
Thanks for having us, you guys. This is great.
Yeah,
thanks so much for having us on.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
That was a great